Arsenal 3, Kairat 2. Look, I'm happy with it. There are elements of it that I'm happy with. I'm not celebrating that. It doesn't feel right. 2 goals conceded against a side 36th out of 36 teams in the Champions League phase. They have 1 point in 8 games. That was against Paphos, a 0-0 draw against Paphos, and we conceded 2 goals against them. So it just doesn't feel right to celebrate that. It means nothing in the grand scheme of things. So that's a match that I can accept with not being super delighted with how it went. It's just frustrating because we can't seem to keep clean sheets right now to save our life. No clean sheets in the last 3 games. We haven't kept a clean sheet where we actually won the match since Everton over a month ago. And it's really frustrating, the 2 goals we conceded as well. The first one is the penalty after about 7 minutes. I don't know what Calafiori is thinking there at all. Pulling a player's shirt in the box when they're about to get through, basically one-on-one with the keeper. There's only one way that's going to end. I would pay decent money to know what Calafiori's thought process was there. What on earth do you think is going to happen? And then the second goal from them is right at the end. It's really disappointing to just concede right at the end like that. It's not a terrible goal to concede. It's just the fact that it was the last action of the game pretty much. It kind of just sours what was otherwise a pretty straightforward and enjoyable evening. But there are positives, don't get me wrong. There are positives. Like I said, it's a match that meant virtually nothing. We could have lost this game and we still would have finished inside the top 2. I'm glad we did get the win because it means we are confirmed to finish top in the Champions League phase. That is something to be proud of. 8 wins out of 8. That is very, very good consistency. Most of those matches we put up rotated sides, much like the one today. So, job really well done in the Champions League phase for this season. Last season, it was 6 wins, a draw, and a loss, finished 3rd. So that's an improvement this season. 8 wins from 8. That consistency is down to the squad depth. Players like Madueke, Norgard, Mosquera coming in over the summer. Those players are so useful in these matches where, we want to rotate, we want to rest the main guys for more important matches like Leeds on the weekend and then Chelsea in the Carabao Cup semis shortly after. So at the end of the day, it is, once again, job well done in the Champions League phase this season. I think the Champions League is where we are pretty much showing our best self. This is on to the round of 16 now, see where it takes us. Hopefully 1 or 2 steps further than last season. Hopefully, very hopefully indeed, 2 steps further than last season. In terms of today, it went pretty much how you would expect, minus the 2 Kairat goals, the 2 very unfortunate goals we conceded. I didn't expect a rout today. I heard some people saying it was going to be upwards of 5 goals today. I thought we'd get probably 3, maybe 4, and then after that we would slow down, conserve our energy for, once again, matches that just mean more. And in the end, it is 3 goals. It should have been more. It's one thing to slow down and not score more goals that way. It's another to have more chances and not put them away later on to extend the scoreline. We absolutely should have scored 5, 6, potentially even more goals. 25 total shots, 11 on target. Had a lot of corners as well, but just did not do anything with them at all. We had lots and lots of chances. The first one, falling to Victor Gyökeres, it's a really good finish from him. Just outside of the box, like the one against Inter last week. Another goal for him, that's 10 in all competitions this season. Hopefully that'll give him another big confidence boost, because seeing him in the lineup, I was a little nervous, because if you start him against Kairat and he doesn't score, what's that going to do for his confidence after not starting in the Premier League just a few days ago? Second goal comes from Kai Havertz. It's a really, really nice goal, aesthetically pleasing goal. A goal that I want to see us score more in the future, where he works it himself into the box, takes a couple touches in the box inside, and it's a really, really good finish into the far corner. Kai Havertz, what a performance from him in the first half. I don't think midfield is somewhere we're going to be using him all too much, just with all the other options that we have up front. I think he has a real shot at starting Premier League games from now on. And, you know, he's not like Gyökeres where he will just stick in the box and wait for the chances to come. He would honestly operate in similar areas to where he was playing today if he was starting up front as a striker, just kind of dropping deep into midfield, linking play up, working it himself, creating space for others in the sort of left half space or right half space, sorry. But yeah, what a performance from Kai Havertz. He was doing everything. Brilliant finish for his goal. Deserved the assist for Martinelli, let's be honest. He's the one that's created the chance, played it across the goal. Gyökeres gets the final touch before Martinelli obviously puts it away. I believe it was going out or potentially hitting the post. But Havertz deserves the assist for that. But overall, what a performance from Kai Havertz in that first half. Brought off at halftime, probably just to manage his load because there has still been issues with his fitness recently. Don't want to give him too many minutes too soon. That's how you risk a re-injury. But yeah, that's going to do absolute wonders for his confidence. Kai Havertz, great to have you back. Brilliant performance. Hopefully it's a sign of things to come. Second half, I think it's criminal that we never extended our lead. So many chances. It was just Arsenal the entire 45 minutes until right at the end where we very unfortunately concede. Odegaard had a couple headers. Martinelli in the second half was really good, causing lots and lots of chaos. Couple Trivela balls into the box that didn't quite work. Madueke causing chaos down the other side as well. It's creating a lot from the wings. Eze got himself in a good area a couple times. Gyökeres, let's be honest, should have had more than a goal today. I'm just glad he got on the score sheet once. But yeah, couldn't quite put the game entirely to bed. It is frustrating. I won't read into it too much. It's Kairat. Look at the squad we put out. Again, it was a nothing game. We could have lost and it wouldn't have mattered. A couple other notable performances. Ben White assist. He got the assist for Havertz. All round, pretty good performance from Ben White. You know, it's tricky to see him starting Premier League matches when we have a fully fit squad. But he's always there. He's always an option. His fitness seems to have improved. Not too many injuries this season. I think just the one from memory. So what an option to have captained the side today. That would be an achievement I'm sure he'll be very proud of. Christian Norgard as well. I was seeing the Zidane comparisons at halftime. Another one of those players that's just really useful in these kinds of games. Give Zubimendi a rest. Give Rice, Marino, whoever a rest. The players that are playing a lot more than him. Just step in 90 minutes reliably. Just hold down the fort. And he did just that. Working it around really nicely. He deserved an assist for Gabriel Jesus right at the end. Fraction offside was Gabriel Jesus, but Christian Norgard, all-round incredible performance. Probably his best performance in an Arsenal shirt. And then as well, two Highlanders getting minutes off the bench is something you absolutely love to see. 17-year-old Brando Bailey-Joseph and 18-year-old Ife Ibrahim. Really valuable experience for them getting off the bench tonight. 15 or so minutes for Bailey-Joseph, a couple minutes at the end for Ife Ibrahim. Only onwards and upwards for those two from here. They've both been at the club for quite a few years now. Sure, that's a night they would have dreamed about when they were younger. Really looked forward to, and they finally got it. Overall, it should have been more for us, less for Kairat. But the win, I'm hoping, will be somewhat of a mental reset after what happened on the weekend. And we gave our key players a rest. Saka didn't play, Rice didn't play, Saliba didn't play, Gabriel didn't play, Timber didn't play, Trossard didn't play. Lots and lots of key players didn't play. Gear up for Leeds now. We're going to be fresh. We have no excuses not to get the job done in that one. And then it's a bit early for this, but looking ahead, round of 16, we're going to be going up against a side 15th, 16th, 17th or 18th. That is Atalanta, Bayer Leverkusen, Borussia Dortmund, and Olympiacos. I can't imagine it being Olympiacos, so we are looking at any one of Atalanta, Bayer, Leverkusen, or Dortmund. That's three solid teams there. Better than PSV last season, definitely. Whoever we get out of those three. That's going to be a tough test. We'll obviously look at that when it comes around mid-March. For now, it's full steam ahead in the Premier League. Carabao Cup second leg semi-final right around the corner as well. I'm really hoping that match was just a nice reset, a nice buffer, a nice way to carry us over into the next 4 months, which Arteta is supposedly really up for. Everyone has to be up for it. Could be the biggest 4 months this club has seen in over 20 years. First up is Leeds on the weekend. And then we go from there. Get a win against Leeds, Arsenal, I beg you. And then we go from there.